Ambassador Yeonchul Yoo has over 34 years of experience at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. He has played a significant role in establishing the Green Growth Institute and the Green Climate Fund. In June 2021, he retired after serving as the Ambassador for Climate Change, and he is currently the Executive Director of the UN Global Compact Network Korea. As part of the CIS Special Lecture Series, NOVAsia magazine sat down with Ambassador Yoo for a brief interview.
What is the role of ESG in working towards sustainability, including the 2050 net zero commitment?
Mm-hmm.
How have companies in Korea and globally contributed to these goals using ESG strategies?
Mm-hmm. So I believe the ESG will play the critical role in attaining the sustainable development as well as 2050 carbon neutrality target. See, as you are well aware, the sustainable development is composed of three pillars: the economic, social, and the environment. And in the ESG structure is similar. ESG is composed of the environment, the social, and the governance. And I do think that the ESG is for mainly the companies who are corporates, the management. So I think to achieve the sustainability, not only governments but also the company's efforts are needed. So no single actor can deliver in achieving the sustainability. So I think the ESG will play the critical role towards the sustainability.
Over 70 countries, including South Korea, have committed to achieving net zero emissions by 2050. What would you say are the greatest challenges and opportunities for the Korean government and businesses when reaching this?
That reaching the 2050, the carbon neutrality is a very ambitious goal. So it is very difficult to say that we can reach the carbon neutrality by 2050. But it depends on our efforts for developing the technologies to address climate change. The great challenge is how to provide eco-friendly electricity because everything will be electrified. A smartphone or AI, ChatGPT, and everything will need the electricity. One of the opportunities to address climate change is using the circular economy. Now we just use and throw it away. But if we reuse or recycle or upcycle, and it will be, if it will be circulated, we can reduce the amount of using the resources, and we can reduce the emissions of the greenhouse gases. So circular economy can be the alternatives for addressing climate change.
And though 2050 is many years away, urgent action is needed to meet these carbon neutral goals. How is the UN facilitating international cooperation to make sure nations stick to their commitments on a global scale, particularly top carbon emitters such as the United States, India, and China?
UN is now on most efforts for facilitating to achieve the carbon neutrality. And that not only for the government, but also for the corporate. For example, UN Global Compact is for the corporate. So the purpose of UN Global Compact is to support the corporate to take strategic actions for attaining the sustainable development. At the UN level, they will make utmost efforts for addressing climate change issues with the concerted efforts of government and the companies. And with regard to the international cooperation, the United States, the India, and China are the big emitter of greenhouse gases. But I believe that the United States has the market-based approach in tackling climate change. However, the China has the government-led approach, and India is a hybrid. So they have different approaches in handling the climate change issues, but they are going to the one goal to reduce the greenhouse gases emissions. The United Nations will harmonize their efforts through the government as well as market-based approach and building the framework of government and the private sector's collaboration is needed, I think. Yeah.
International cooperation is vital in achieving net zero emissions and targeting climate change. Are there any examples of collaboration between South Korea and other countries to work toward the common goal of sustainability and ESG integration?
Actually, the Korea tried to make international cooperation with Japan and China and Russia, particularly in Northeast Asia, but it is not so easy because of the political conflict or the historical conflict. So it is not so easy task, but we have to do that. And the United States is the key partner for the international collaboration because United States is leading the companies' the efforts in tackling climate change. Collaboration with the United States, we can develop the relevant technologies for reducing greenhouse gases.